Morning. Feeling a little under the weather today, so I'm gonna try to stream a little bit. Hopefully, I feel a little better after the stream. It'll be a couple hours, so buckle up. So we're gonna start a new project today. Um, we're gonna do a procedural environment. So imagine you work for a studio or a client hits you up and it's like, "Yo, I need levels," and you're like, "Man, I can make some serious dough, but it's just one of me." Well, today we're going to take that serious client dough and make it a thing. So the idea is that we're going to be basically kid bashing a level. So what you want to kind of do is get an idea of either the client will send you what they want, kind of a little slow today. Either kind of a concept or proof of concept, or you'll send them some shit and they'll pick. It'll really be between you guys. So we're going to pretend like I have full say in what my client wants. And what we're going to do is make a couple just simple stuff we're going to make and kind of level it out as we go. So I don't have really a layout design really made out right now. Sorry, I drank a little coffee. Oh, that pumpkin spice from last year. I don't know how well it's actually still in date. So we're going to make a couple things, and we're just going to see how it goes. So I'm going to do more of a Tim Burton design sort of layout, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. Also, you'll notice that the layout's a little different. We're using my 2018 this morning. So buckle up. We're all going to discover new shit. And I've had to redo some of my layout, and I feel like I'm missing a lot. But we'll figure it out. Fuck it. I've got crease tool and all this. Who cares? I don't give a shit. Neither do you, really. First thing I do is I'm going to turn off this, because a lot of times when I'm making an environment, I just want to do it kind of freely. I don't want to really base my skill on anything. I mean, you should. Don't get me wrong, but at least for kind of seeing what we can do. Damn, it's going to be a slow day. All right. Maya's a really bad habit of kind of slowing down when you're just fucking around with other shit, and then it kind of catches up. All right. So I imagine we've all seen Tim Burton movies. Anything from Batman Coraline, Nightmare Before Christmas. So he has a very unique art style we're going to try to implement. We'll see how it goes. So what I'm going to start with just some basic shapes. So we're going to build kind of on each other as we're going. So a big thing that Tim Burton does is he makes really tall, uncomfortable objects and really curved, not so much jagged, but definitely not straight, and not in a sexual way. I mean, it makes sense though. Anywho, sorry, I'm getting that feeling well. All right, so just kind of fucking around with some of these. I don't like these. Don't like those. All right, so let's pump it back up. I think what I did wrong there. Let's start with just one kind of basic shape we're gonna go with. And it's all gonna be modular. So the idea is we're gonna be able to copy and paste this shit and make a whole goddamn environment. So we're going to start with some basic shapes here. Not sure why we're grabbing multiple shit here. What's happening? Okay, let's elongate this one. We won't do the bottom yet. So you'll notice I do have a prism tool here, but you'll see why I don't use that motherfucker very often. It's kind of a bitch. Well, it's not even my bitch. It'd be different if that was my prison bitch, yo. But it's not. It's the other man's prison bitch. That's my prison bitch. Alright. So what we're going to do, we're going to go for kind of this almost medieval look, slightly modern but run down. You'll understand where I'm going with this after we get to where we want to be. Alright. So here we go. We got kind of a basic shape here, something simple, nothing too crazy. We're gonna add a little character to it. So we're gonna grab this bottom face. Definitely changed something already. Grab it. And we're gonna kind of shrink it in, and we're gonna do some edge loops on the outside here. Too many. Let's do. And so with this, because we're not gonna do any rendering in actual Maya, we're gonna take this all to Unreal, so that we're gonna see the actual how this would be implemented. Let's see. I want to get that curve right. Not quite there. Maybe I'll just grab this face and fuck it. I like it. Okay. We'll widen this out a little bit. There you go. Let's make sure this is centered on here before we get too crazy. Alright, you're about to figure out why I hate the prism. Alright, so with this shape, we're going to add some edge loops here, which isn't uncommon. We're going to kick that up to 5. But what a prism you can't do is add edge loops here. Which, fuck it, I don't understand why, but, you know, it's Maya. And for this, we're definitely want to keep geometry. And let's kick it to 4. Kick to 4, Holmes. Take it to 11. I don't know if anybody's seen that documentary, but I hear it's pretty good. I also haven't seen it, so don't feel bad. Alright. I hate the way this thing selects. Yeah, so I haven't tried, but you can extrude now fairly easy, which may be more dangerous. Don't know yet. We will see. We will find out together. Alright, let's see here. And we're going to reduce our... Fuck. Too much. No, I kind of like that. Okay. And what we will do is kind of brace these top parts a little further out. Alright. So that's one reason I don't use the prism tool, because if you try to do this shit without something else, it would have been fucking nightmarish. Alright. So with these, we are going to retain detail, but not the same amount of detail, because there's going to be a lot of these. Alright, we want to make sure we get each shape down. And let me go ahead and start saving this. Remember, save. Maya's a fickle bitch. I'm going to get a t-shirt made. Maya, my fickle bitch. Let's see here. Don't even worry about what I'm doing over here. I'm going to call this proof of concept, because this is realistically something we'd send to the client. And full disclosure, I did a lot of research. Whoa, don't even worry about that. Before we got to this point. So you would ideally do the same amount. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and combine these. This is going to be one basic, and we're going to combine. And I'm going to go over why we're going to combine. Something we did with the last one that we probably shouldn't have done, but we did anyway just for work's sake. Alright. So you see how we have this one piece, and we're going to start kind of layering in some building pieces here. And this is where it gets pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to make basically a library of pieces. Based off of one building, we'll take those pieces, move them out, and then we'll do the same for another. Alright, so let's do this. I think I lost audio. Nope, it's there. Not sure what happened. Weird. Alright. So, cool little trick here. If you grab these and scale them in, it makes a perfect edge without fucking up the rest of it. So, we're going to grab these, pull them in. And you have this cool house piece. So this is one section here. So let's kind of keep these tidy here. We're going to grab this, and we're going to go ahead and start naming some of these. So we'll grab this, edit, delete by type history. And these you're definitely going to want to keep really understandably organized here. So you can see this. We're going to name this cube piece 1, underscores or capitals, however you want to do it. And you can see the name here. All right, piece 1, done. Ooh, and I don't like the way they named that piece too. Okay, we're going to do basic. Like my basic bitch. This is going to be, we're going to duplicate one of these. And this is going to be, we'll call this basic side. Because that's all it is. It's a side piece. Gentlemen, or ladies, most of you have side pieces. Consider it just that, a side piece. All right. I'm going to delete this one. And we're going to take these and modify them out even more. So we're going to, let's see, let's go into, let's take our basic here because we're going to operate off of a lot of our basic stuff. Okay, and again, I have my rotation locked into 90-degree segments, or at least 11.25 segments, because it equals out to 90. All right, we're going to grab these, and we're going to kind of play around with this shape here. Let me get this fucking outliner out of the way. Douche. Yep. It's one of those days. All right, let's see here. How do we want to do this? Also, got into my fantasy draft last night, and like halfway through, figured out that I used the wrong email. So my draft is full players that are either suspended or not playing this week. So I got that to look forward to. All right, let's pick this up, and let's do something different now. Okay, let's delete this object altogether. Let's bring another square. Oh fuck. Let's bring this down. Bring this up. Also learned a new hotkey, and I'm not sure if it is part of what was in there already or I just overlooked it. I don't know, but it's there. We have it now, so we can freely connect to points now without having to go back up here and fuck with these things. Also, learn that all of them, if you look at the top here, are hotkeys. Go figure. All right, so lost my train of thought here. Okay, so bring this up. I'll pull this into the top. I'm just kind of thinking how I want this piece to look. Give a little depth here. And let's do some shit with the edges here. There's a new bevel tool, but I'm not even gonna fuck with it. Not today. And we want this as a 0.5 because I believe it'll cut that center, or maybe it's 0.66. It's hard to tell. 0.6. We'll do a 0.6. It's something like that. Anyway. And what we'll do is, I think we're going to grab this bottom piece and go ahead and... How many did we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to cut this with the same... Let's go into 4 here. Cut those. And I got to figure out how I did this. And this gives you a little bit more freedom to kind of do what you want. Because you're kind of providing the client what you think is going to be good. I mean, you're the artist, and for the most part, clients understand that. So they're willing to do, they're willing to see what you have. You better make